Okay, hello everyone. So today I'm just going to give you a short cooking tip for cooking with stainless steel. Have a good stainless steel pan. Okay, it has a nice copper bottom, so it spreads the heat out right across the base of the pan. It's a nice pan. But first thing I do, I use tallow. I use quite a bit. Tallow I make myself. I buy the fat, and I usually eat the fat for snacks, but when I cook it, I also use the leftover tallow, so nothing gets wasted. I use it, keep it in the fridge. It's great, and it is the perfect thing to cook with. Now, difficulty today I'm going to cook an omelette. Now, what I've got, I don't whisk up my eggs. I just pour them into an old protein shaker and give them a good shake. I don't mix up too much, but that's up to you, But for the pan itself, today I'm going to use an omelette for a demonstration because eggs usually stick quite a lot. But one trick I found is that if you heat it up hot enough before you put the eggs in, or the steak, or whatever you're cooking, the tallow gives you a layer that the food barely even touches the surface of the pan itself. So it's really good, and you'll see in a minute when I show you my. Okay, so now that pan is looking nice and hot, and you can test this. Just put a bit of water on your fingers, and you see that sizzle with the oil. So that's nice and hot. So now I can pour my eggs into the pan. You get that sizzle, and that way it will not stick to the stainless steel. Now you're probably saying, well, don't you waste gas or heating while you heat up the tallow? Well, no, because at the end, I won't wait for it to finish cooking before I turn it off. What I'll do is I'll turn it off about halfway and just let the heat from the pan finish the cooking for me. So heat it up before you put the eggs in, and then let that heat finish it off in the end. So it works out about the same. Okay. Okay, now you can see. Okay, now you can see that's not quite cooked. Alright. So you can see, look at that. It's just spinning around in the pan. I just broke it there. It's just floating on the oil. Okay. On the fat. It's just floating on the fat. Now what I like to do from here, this is completely optional, of course. I'm just going to fold that in half. A nice fold there. I'll turn off the gas. Put the lid back on. In a couple of minutes that'll be completely cooked. I'm now saving gas because it's turned off. And it's still just cooking in the heat of the tallow. And then you have a perfect omelette. Okay? Okay, just a couple of minutes later. And that has actually risen a bit. And that is absolutely perfect. Comes out of the pan. Comes out of the pan. Nice and clean. No problems in this pan at all. Nothing sticks to it. So the trick is to preheat it. Make sure that the tallow is nice and hot, and then eggs especially, or whatever you're going to cook, it just sort of sits on top of the fat. Okay, so that way you don't get anything sticking to your pan so much. Alright guys, that's my omelette cooking tip. For me, I just add a nice hand harvested pink river salt. But these omelettes are great if you have a good quality cheese. or whatever you want to put in it, you know. All right, guys, until next time.